Hey guys, it's your girl Sofineee. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you are not, you already know what it is. Let's get into this video. As you guys can see from the title, we are doing another locked and loaded chit chat while I do my hair. I did this simple slick back style. I'll have this sleeve linked down below for you guys to check out. So today we're diving into the lock journey. What do people wish they knew before they lock their hair? So whether you think about starting your locks or just began your journey, this episode is going to give you some insight on what you can expect. So if you're interested in seeing what those are, keep on watching. All right, so as we're doing this conversation, as you guys can see, my hair looks really crazy. I have been, how long has this been? It's been about a month since my last retwist, and this is where I'm at. This is what my locks look like. You can still see some parts. It's not too bad, but the new growth is definitely there for sure. So we're just trying to figure out what we're gonna do. I'm actually going to style my hair with, I'm gonna moisturize my hair with my water and vitamin E oil. I'm going to use my, I think it's called a sleeve. I'll have this link below. I bought this on TikTok shop. It's a sleeve, and I'm gonna try to style this because I'm going out literally right after this. So I just wanna have something to do with my hair. I don't know what to do with it, so this is just it. Also, if I'm looking down, it's because this is where my mirror is at, and let's just get into this. All right, so the first thing almost everyone says is patience is key, and I've said this multiple times in my videos as well, that I wish I knew that I really had to be as patient as I really needed to be, and we really overlooked that step. Because it's true, locks really doesn't happen overnight. The hair will go through stages, of course, like the starter phase, the budding, the teenage stage, and then of course like the maturity, like when you have the mature locks. And each stage comes with its own challenges and own things that you have to go through. Your hair may not look the way you may want it to look, and that's the truth. Every phase is literally part of the beauty. But patience will definitely try to keep you grounded. It will definitely humble you for sure as well. Patience will humble you, keep you grounded, and it's just a key thing to think about and motivating you and not giving up. Because we need so much patience, we get discouraged, we feel like nothing is happening, we don't see enough happening with our hair, but patience actually tells you, like, don't give up, keep going, trust the process. Next thing I would say is the ugly stage. I think it's a myth. It's not really ugly. I know personally for me, when I started my lock journey, I had my shorts, I wore wigs over it, not because I thought it was ugly, but because I personally wasn't used to seeing my hair with seeing myself with short hair, so that was just something different from me, and that was just my experience. Because you are gonna experience that discomfort. You're gonna have this discomfort with the fridge, with the shrinkage. Your hair's gonna look different than what you thought, because in our heads, we have one mindset, and when we look in the mirror and it's something different, it hurts. But the thing I would recommend is to see this as this part, like this stage in that journey, is for growth, not ugly. And trust me, when you look back, you'll definitely appreciate those moments, for sure. Now I'm going in with my Haitian castor oil. I'm just gonna put this on my fingertips and just massage it in my scalp. The next one I would bring up that I didn't expect, that I wish I knew before locking my hair, is the fact that maintenance is different. I know some people, especially this is a thing that many people talk about, is how often do people retwist. And some people retwist every 4 weeks, 6 weeks. I personally retwist every 8 weeks, which means 2 months. And that just works for me. I can only recommend what works for me. If it works for you too, then there you go. But if it's something different for you and you have to retwist your hair every 4 weeks, or wash your hair every week and do something else that's different from what I do, that's you. That's your hair journey. That's what works for you. I can't judge you. I can't say don't do this, don't do that. I can only recommend what works for me, and if it works for you too, beautiful. Some people use oil to retwist their hair, like me, and some people use gels, some people use souffles. I personally don't recommend it. I personally recommend just using oil. I know people like to use the gel because it has a better grip and it makes the hair look nicer and it looks more put together. But personally, I don't feel like the buildup over time is worth it, so I prefer to just use oil. Oh yeah. Woo! Y'all give yourself that scalp massage. Y'all need it. I didn't know how much I need a scalp massage until I start moisturizing my hair. All right, so now I'm just gonna use my brush just to brush the front of my hair back a little bit. There we go. I don't have any edge control. I do, but I don't want to use any edge control, so I'm just going to use the oil as an edge control to slick my hair back. Like, as you guys can see, it looks decent. Pretty good. I did have some edge control the other day, and I can see a little bit of it flaking, and that's the reason why I don't want to use edge control again. I limit my edge control. If I use it today, I'm not using it tomorrow. And the next thing that I would talk about is I feel like that most people don't really bring up is the fact that locks actually do teach you about yourself. It will teach you about patience, discipline, self-acceptance, because I feel like that's what a lot of people struggle with sometimes. And your hair is a big part of that. That saying where she needed a hug, but all she really needed was just her hair done. Like, literally, your hair can change your whole mood. Like, you'll have days when you love your hair, and there'll be days when you just feel frustrated, like you can't deal. But all through it all, just know that you have to learn to let go of control. Like, I feel like that's really what it is. We're so controlling on these different aspects of our lives, especially when something that we can't control is something that we feel like is really important to us. It just hurts our self-esteem, hurts our confidence, and just brings us down when really just release it. And I feel like that's one thing I wish more people were prepared for, because that's another part of the journey. You're not going to be able to control everything that happens with your hair journey. So being able to release that and just have better mental, emotional, and physical journey overall is what is really important. Y'all, this is a struggle of having a lot of hair. Oh! Okay, I got it on. And then I'm just going to take this part and bring it to the front. Let me turn it so this line is not in the front of my head. It's on the side. Look like I'm wearing a stock cap. A stocking cap. And this is what the back looks like. Let me just bring it down, because I don't like how this looks. Play with it. You got to play with it. See what works for you. So I bring it behind my ears. And then pull back. Boom. The front of my hair, I'll brush it down with my edge brush just to make it look a little nicer and cleaner, and then I'll tie it up so it can lay flat. This is my brush. I'm just gonna brush it down real easy. It may have a little bit of edge control from yesterday still on it. And look, this is all with just oil. Just oil. So that's what I'm saying. Like, edge control is good to an extent, but I feel like oil is way better. Bring that behind my ear. I think that's it already. Brush, brush. There we go. Nice and clean. And then bring this over it. Boom. A big difference. Okay, so now that all my hair is slicked back, I'm going to take just a regular headscarf and just tie down the front of my hair. All right, so the last one before I finish up, because I really have to head out. I feel like a lot of people think locks limit their versatility or like their self-expression. A lot of the times when I ask people like, why don't you lock your hair? Their reasoning is, oh, I do too much with my hair. I'm gonna get bored. I like to do different styles. And I feel like that's one of the things that locks actually are able to do as well. You're able to do curls. You're able to have straight backs. You're able to do updos. You're able to do like color. You can do so much, and it's so endless. And I feel like because people are so stuck on just the straight locks or whatever, they feel like they can't do much. You can do so much with locks. And I feel like also with locks, once your hair is locked, you will notice how much more hair retention, length retention you have. Your hair grows a lot longer. Your length and your growth and your health, the health of your hair when you're locked is 100%. Like, it's just so great, and I love that. Because coming from having relaxed hair, it was a big shift for me, and I'm really appreciative of the health that my hair has since being locked. I actually know some people that actually would lock their hair for like a year or two and then just comb it out just so that their hair can just have like a fresh reset. And that's really what most people really want. The fresh reset, the redo without the big chop, without having to go through the short hair and going through all that phases. So yes, it's another journey within its own, but your health, the health of your hair is 100% worth it. So it's been about 5 minutes since I've had this on. Let me take it off. And this is what the hair looks like. Remember, only oil. You don't need to always use edge control. So I just take some hair, bring it to the front. I'm gonna go change, And this is literally it. This is my look for the day. Real cute, real simple, slick back. I'll have the link to this sleeve down below in my description box. So if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And share it with someone who's considering locks. Because I feel like a lot of people think about it and they don't really know what to look at, what videos, what resources there are to help inform you on these different decisions. But I feel like having these kind of resources, these videos, this information is very helpful to those who are thinking about considering the lock journey. And let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. What do you think you wish you knew before you started your lock journey? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Stay cute and stay fine.